10 things a child with autism wishes you knew. Now, a lot of teachers and educational assistants should take heed and study first before handling our children what affects these children. Now, here's 10 things. The first thing is I am first and foremost a child. I have autism. I am not autistic. My autism is only one aspect of my total character. It does not define me as a person. Are you a person with thoughts, feelings, and many talents? Or are you just fat, overweight, myopic, wearing glasses, klutzy, uncoordinated, not good at sports? Those may be things that I see first when I meet you, but they are not necessarily what you are all about. 2. My sensory perceptions are disordered. This means the ordinary sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches of everyday life that you may not even notice can be downright painful for me. I may appear withdrawn or belligerent to you, but I'm just trying to defend myself. A simple trip to the grocery store may be hell for me. My hearing may be hyperacute. Dozens of people are talking at once. The loudspeaker booms today's specials. Music whines from the spelling mistakes here. Music whines from the sound system. Cash registers beep and cough. A coffee grinder is chugging. The meat cutter screeches. Babies wail. Carts creak. The fluorescent lighting hums. My brain can't filter all the input, and I'm in overload. My sense of smell may be highly sensitive. The fish at the meat counter isn't quite fresh. The guy standing next to us hasn't showered today, and the deli is handing out sausage samples. The baby in line ahead of us has a poopy diaper. They're mopping up pickles in aisle 3 with ammonia. I can't sort it all out. I'm dangerously nauseated. So people, when you see a child acting a certain way in line, at a store, wherever it may be, I mean, at a birthday party, movie theater, please consider the fact that it is highly possible for this child to have altered sensory perceptions. It's a disorder. They can't handle it the way we do. We take these things to our full advantage and never cease to recognize the fact that there are children and adults out there who suffer with these things that we just don't even notice anymore. They suffer with this every day of their life. Okay, and there's no cure for it. I'll just tell you that right now. Okay, my daughter, in the summertime, when she hears anything like a drill, a lawnmower, I don't know, horns beeping, anything like that, it really hurts her. She cries, she flips out, and that's because her sensory perception is disordered, and she has autism. Okay. 3, please remember to distinguish between won't, I choose not to, and can't, I'm not able to. Receptive and expressive language are both difficult for me. It isn't that I don't listen to instruction. Now, receptive is when you're able to receive the language, and expressive is to, answer a question, to explain what you just heard, express. Okay, that is totally disordered as well with these children. Their communication is it's a communication disorder from what I see. And I've learned a lot about receptive and expressive language ever since my daughter's diagnosis. Okay, it's that I can't understand you. When you call to me from across the room, this is what I hear. Blah, 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 Billy, blah, 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 blah. Instead, come and speak to me directly, to me in plain words. Please put your book in the desk, Billy. It's time to go to lunch. This tells me what to do and what is going to happen next. Now, it's much easier for me to comply. Now, You know what I find? I find that people that aren't even diagnosed with autism need this, period. Direct instructions. Direct. I mean right in the face. And if you know anyone with autism or a child, you'll learn to notice that they cannot have eye contact with you fully 100%. Like, my daughter's okay with it, but she still has that problem where, I wouldn't call it a problem. She still has that she has a little bit of trouble being able to lock eye contact with anyone, especially a new face. With me, I'm there all the time. She still has a little bit of trouble doing that, but that is a part of it, okay? I am a concrete thinker. This means I interpret language very literally. Okay, so when you say it's raining cats and dogs, they're looking outside for cats and dogs falling from the sky. They're looking literal, concrete. It is what it is. That's exactly how they hear things. It's very confusing for me when you say, hold your horses, cowboy, when what you really mean is, please stop running. Don't tell me something is a piece of cake when there's no dessert in sight. And what you really mean is, this will be easy for you to do when you say it's pouring cats and dogs. I see pets coming out of a pitcher. Please, just tell me it's raining very hard. Idioms, puns, nuances, double entendres, inferences, metaphors, allusions, and sarcasm are lost on me. So, as much as we want to enjoy a sense of humor and some sarcasm with our children, especially at a young age, it's very hard to for them to comply with that information. You have to kind of be solid in directing what you say to a child with autism. I wish some of the EAs would understand that. I think some of them do, but not all of them do. Literally, they get frustrated with these kids because they don't understand these facts. And I think that before the board hires people to look after our children who are so tender with this condition, I believe that they should train these people adequately, specifically to what they need to know. Okay, this is serious. These children are so capable of doing anything that they would like to do that we don't even try to take the time to know. I mean, what is really the norm? What is the norm? We think we're all normal, but they take everything so concrete and so, as it is. Isn't that the way we should be looking at things? I don't know. I don't see it as a disorder anymore. Right away, my daughter can, because her senses are so highly activated, she can sense when someone doesn't mean her well or when someone's going to be mean to her. And I say going, yes, because she usually knows before it actually happens, just by her sensitivity to things. What is the norm? If we walk every day not knowing who our friends and foes are, not knowing what a bad smell is or what a loud noise really is that normal? I don't think so. We should really look into that. But let's not get off topic here. Please be patient with my limited vocabulary. Okay, limited vocabulary. Now, Ocean has a very limited vocabulary. She's progressing, but, it's in progress. It's hard for me to tell you what I need when I don't know the words to describe my feelings. I may be hungry, frustrated, frightened, or confused, but right now those words are beyond my ability to express. Be alert for body language, withdrawal, agitation, or other signs that something is wrong. Or there's a flip side to this. I may sound like a little professor or movie star. Asperger's. Asperger's is another type of autism on the spectrum. On the higher end, there's severe, mild, moderate to high functioning. And Asperger's is high functioning. They usually don't have limited vocabulary. Their vocabulary is not affected in most cases. But with my daughter, she's like mild to moderate autistic.